Now, is it coming on? Are we going to win the World Cup? The first time since 1966. This is the Toon Rocker. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. And this is my review for the England for the World Cup. What we'll do first is we'll go through the players of what we're going to be doing and the manager. Now, you're going to Gareth Southgate. Started as England manager, 8th of October 2016. He was born 3rd of the 9th, 70. He'd done 76 games he's managed England. 146. It's a win ratio of 60.05. Under 21s, he managed from 2013 to 2016. 73% win rate. He played for England. 14th of the 10th, 1998, he made his debut and he scored 2 goals for England, 1 against Luxembourg and 1 against South Africa. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, club management, he's only done 3 years as a club manager, which was with Middlesbrough from 2006 to 2009. So, he's not done too bad, with England. He's took us to the Euro finals. And there's not a lot we could have done. We lost in the final and things. So we'll go next, and we'll go to next player, Aaron Ramsdale, who's going to be our 3rd keeper. Nice little player. Plays for Arsenal. This season, he's actually played 18 games for the team this season. He's conceded 17. He's had 9 clean sheets this season. His first England game was San Marino, 15th to the 11th, 21. He came on as a sub, and they won 10-0 that year. He's 23. So 24, sorry, 24. He's got shirt number 23, sorry. We got that wrong, didn't I? So, not bad for the 3rd keeper, from Arsenal. So our next player, Pickford, who's our number 1 goalkeeper. But will he be? Because Nick Pope, he's on his heels. He could end up putting him out as number 1. But Jordan Pickford, plays for Everton, shirt number's going to be number 1. He's 28. And he's played 45 games for England so far. This season, he's played for Everton. He's played 16 games. He's conceded 14 goals and he's had 3 clean sheets. He made his debut against Germany on the 10th of November 2017, and that was a 0-0 draw that day. He's a good keeper, but I don't think he's been that brilliant for Everton. He could get more from it, and I think he'd be a lot better. He could be a lot better. I think Nick Pope could end up nicking his place. After what Nick's done at Newcastle, he's going to have to watch out. And as I said, next we're going to look at Nick Pope. So Nick Pope as Newcastle keeper, he's played this season, 18 times he's played for his team this season, and he's absolutely fantastic. He's conceded 15. He's had 8 clean sheets this season. That's absolutely fantastic. Made his debut against Costa Rica in 7th of the 6th, 2018. We won 2-0 that day. He's played for England 10 times. He's 30. But he could take Pickford's number 1 place. He's good enough. He's miles better. So that's the keepers. Let's go through. Let's look at our defenders. So our first defender, Ben White. A cracking little player. Plays for Arsenal. 21. No, he's 20. He's 25. He's wearing shirt number 21. Cracking player. He can either play central midfield or central defence. He's had 18 games this season he's played. He's played 4 times for England. He made his debut against Austria on the 2nd of June 21, and we won 1-0 on that match. So, it was a good result. He's a nice little player. He's a regular for Arsenal. So, he should do well. He's going to be a sub most of the time, but you never know. He could be brought in if we have an injury from someone, and he could get more playing time. But he'll definitely be a sub. So where we're looking at now, Connor Cody, another player that will be no doubt on the bench to start, and he's quite a good player. And I think he's not young. He's 29. He's going to be wearing shirt number 16. So he's like a defensive player, defender, middle of defence, central thing. But he should be a good player. But he's not going to be a first team start. He's played 10 times for England. He's scored once. And the goal he scored was against Wales on the 8th of the 10th, 20, which then he made his debut was I think the 8th of September 20. We played it in Denmark and we drew with Denmark 0-0 that day. Club this year, he's played 14 times and we've conceded. He's actually scored at 1 goal. So, he's not a bad little player. He can play defence and he can play midfield. So, he's not a bad little player. So, what we got next? We go to the next player. Right, Eric Dyer. Another one player. Could play more than some. He's got shirt number 15. He's 28. He can basically play right central defence, right central midfield. So he can play in a couple of different positions. He's played so far 47 games for England, scored 3 goals. He plays for Spurs, and this season he's played 24 games, and he's scored 2 goals. Now his history with England as well. He made his debut against Spain, 13th 11-15, where we lost 2-0. And then he actually scored his first goal against Germany in a 3-2 win. It was 26th of 3rd, 16. So, he's a player that's in the England side. He might not start straight away, but there's a chance he could. He's played that many games. He's got himself in the team, and he's been there a while. So there's nothing to say that he can't start tomorrow. It's haven't seen the actual team for tomorrow. I think they're keeping it under wraps at the moment because I haven't seen anything. So we'll look at Eric Dyer. So he's not a bad little player. And then Harry Maguire. This guy, not with his Man United games this season. I don't think he's good. He's been good enough this season, and I don't know what he's going to do with England. And I'm hoping he's not going to be a flop. I'm hoping Southgate has brought him in because he's got faith in him. He thinks he's going to be better, but I don't know. With England, he's got his right central defence. He's 29. He's got shirt number 3. For England, he's played 48 times. He's scored 7 goals. Now, with Man United this year, he's played 15 games. He hasn't scored anything. Now, he made his debut against Lithuania, 8th of the 10th, 17. He scored his first goal against Sweden on the 7th of the 7th, 18. So, he's not a bad little player, but his form this season is not been that good to me. I don't know if he's actually going to make the grade. Then we got John Stones. Now, I love this guy. I think he's a cracking little player. plays for Man City. He's 28 and he's wearing shirt number 5. Now, for England, 59 games. He's an established England player. 3 goals. Now, this season for Man City, he's played 15 times and he scored once. He's a right central defender, so you don't expect him to score, but he got a goal. Peru, he made his debut against for England, 30th of 5th, 14 in the 3-0 win. And he scored against Panama, his first goal, 24th of the 1st, 2018. He's an established player. He scores a couple of goals, but he is very good and he's solid in defence. I think he's a cracking little player. Much better than Harry Maguire. I'm sorry, but I think he outrates him at the moment. Much better player this season. Well, we got next, right? Kieran Trippier. Come on, the Toon Boy. Absolutely. Kieran Trippier, he's played 37 times for England. He's scored once. This year, he's 32, but this year he's on shirt number 12. Now, he made his debut against France. 2-0 loss, 13th of 6th, 17. Scored his first goal against Croatia, 11th of the 7th, 18. He's a right full-back. And for Newcastle this season, he's played 19 games and he's scored once. But at the end of the day, he's a free kick taker, but he's a defender. So I don't expect him to score loads as a defender. But we haven't had the free kicks this season as we did at the end of last season, where he scored last season was fantastic. The goals he scored, he's a fantastic player, and I won't put it past him to establish himself into that England team this year a bit more. So hopefully the World Cup he'll get more out of it. So we'll see what happens. Right, who we got next? Kyle Walker. Now I don't like Kyle Walker. He's nice. I like him. He's good. He's a good player. Established himself quite well into the England setup. He's in Man City. He's getting shirt number 2 the World Cup. Now he can play defensive midfielder and he can play central defence. He's 32. It's 70 times for England so far. No goals. Made his debut against Spain, 12th of the 11th 11 in a 1-0 win. This season he's played 13 times for Man City. I think he's a brilliant player. He's strong. He's intelligent. I think he'll do well this season in the World Cup. I think he'll do really well. I do rate him big time. Who's next? Right, we've got Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, 27. He'll be with shirt number 3. He's defender, left full back. England record, 23 games, scored 3 goals. He played against Denmark, his first ever game. And that was, not sure what the score was in that game. But it was 5th of the 3rd, 14. He made his debut. Scored his first goal against Italy when we lost 3-2 to penalties in the Euros, 11th of 7th, 21. This season, he's played 17 times for his team, for Man United, and he scored once. I do like him. He's a good player. I take him over Maguire anytime. He's an absolutely fantastic player. We're looking at next. Next up, Terence Trent. I'll get this one. Trent Alexander-Arnold. I always think it's the pop singer Trent, whatever his name is, Darby. Trent Darby, whatever his name is. I always get his name mixed up with him. So it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. So this guy is a cracking little player. I really do like him. I think he'll do a lot for England. I just like the way he plays. He's only 24. He's got plenty of time to make a history with England. He's wearing shirt number 18, which I don't really agree with. And I think he's better than Maguire and that. I think he should be higher in the rankings. But it's only because Maguire's played more games for England that he's got the higher shirts. He's a right full back. For England, he's played 17 times. He scored once. He made his debut against Costa Rica. We won 2-0 in 76-18. He first scored his first goal against the USA, 15th, 11th, 18 in a 3-0 win. Now, for Liverpool this year, he's played 21 games and he's actually scored 7 goals. So 7 goals as a defender is absolutely fantastic. You know, I think that's a good, very good records for him. And hopefully he's going to get quite a few games in the World Cup. Then we're looking at Conor Gallagher, Chelsea boy. Good little player. 22. Played 4 times for England so far. He's wearing shirt number 26 for England. Midfielder, right midfield. Made his debut against Ireland in the 3-0 win, 12th, 11th, 20. With his club this year. Oh, no, sorry, it's not Ireland, it's made, sorry. He made his debut against San Marino, 50th, 21 in a 10-0 win. Now, this season, he's played 18 times for Chelsea and scored 1. So that to me is pretty good. You know, I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. He's a good little player. He's still young. He's got plenty of time to gel himself into the England side. I'm hoping he stays at Chelsea. I think that's the best thing for him. Stay there, develop his career. England player. We need more England players playing for English clubs. We got Declan Rice. Now, Declan Rice, I do like this boy. He's 23. He's going to wear shirt number 4 this season. He plays for West Ham. Now, his England career so far, 24 games. Sorry, 24? Oh, 34. 34 games. And he scored twice. He's played, his first game was against Czechoslovakia in a 1-0 loss on 22nd of 3rd, 19. He scored his first goal in a 4-0 win against Ireland. Was it Republic of Ireland or was it against Iceland? I can't. I messed up somewhere there. I think it's around that line. 18th, 11th, 20, he scored his first goal for England. I like him. Good player. I think he's played really well. Maybe think he could end up leaving West Ham at some point for a bigger team. I can't see him staying there. Nothing against West Ham. I know they're the top 6 side last few years, but I don't think, I think at the end of the day, I think he's going to go elsewhere at some point. Jordan Henderson. Ooh, the Liverpool boy. I think he's a cracking little player. I rate him big time. He's 32. He is getting on a bit, but he always seems to be really fit, really good. You know, in England, he's got number 8, shirt number 8. He's played 70 times for England. He scored 2 goals. He made his debut against France in 2010. So he's been with the in England side for quite a while. He made his debut in a 2-1 loss to France. First goal he ever scored was against Ukraine, 3rd of the 7th, 21. It's quite a while to have he's got his first goal for England. He scored 2 goals altogether. I think he's a fantastic little player. I think he'll do majorly well with England in the World Cup. He's just got to establish himself in there. He's got to be fit. He's done really well. And I say, with Liverpool this season, he's made 17 games he's played. No goals, but he's played 17 times. So then we got Jude Bellingham, a Borussia Dortmund player. He's 19. He's wearing shirt number 22. He's played 17 times for England, no goals. Played his debut in a 3-0 win against Ireland on 12th, 11th, 20. This season, he's played Russia 27 times and he's scored 9 goals. And he's a central midfielder. That's pretty good. I can see him at some point coming back to the UK. Man United, Man City, could be a bit too rich for Newcastle. Um, um, what Borussia Dortmund might want. Yes, maybe we could pay the money, but would he be interested in coming to us? That's the point. I can't see him coming to us, but I'd love it if he could. A nice young central midfielder would slip into our side quite nicely. Then we got Calvin Phillips. Now, Calvin Phillips, I do rate this lad. I do like him. I think he can go far. Um, but he's not getting enough games with Man City. He's going to get shirt number 14 for England. He's 26, defensive midfielder. He can also play central defence. But he's only played 4 times for City this season. Made his debut against Denmark on the 8th of the 9th, 20 in a 0-0 draw. He's a good player. I don't think he's getting enough first team choice at Man City. Going playing for them, I think he might need to move on at some point if he's not going to get the games, because he's not going to get in the England side as a full timer and establish himself properly. Yes, he's played 23 times for England, but unless he's getting games, that's match fitness and the team. I think he's got to do a lot better. But Man City might not be the place for him if he's only played 4 games this season. Then we've got Mason Mount. Now, I do like this guy. He plays for Chelsea. He's 23. He's now shirt number 19 for England. He's a midfield playmaker. Played for his first debut for England, 7th September 19 for Bulgaria. He's got his first goal against Kosovo in a 4-0 win, 17th 11th 19. Played 32 times for England, scored 5. He's played for Chelsea 26 times this season and scored 3. Now, that's what you need. You need to be playing for your team. This is what we want. And he's established himself in the England side. And I think he's going to do really well. He's only 23, plays for Chelsea. Hopefully, Chelsea can keep hold of him, keep him there, develop him, and he's going to be a massive future England player. Absolutely fantastic. Right, we're going up into the strikers. So, first one, Saka. Now, he's only 21. He's played. He's got 17. He's got the shirt number 17. Now, he's already played 20 games for England, and he's scored 4. He's made his debut against Wales in a 3-0 win back in 2020. And he scored his first goal against Austria in the 1-0 win in June 21. And this guy is doing really well with Arsenal. He's not scored a massive amount this season. He's played, I think it's 20 games this season so far. He's scored 5. He's still young. And I think he can establish himself as an England striker. He really can. He's only played 20 games for England at the moment. And I think he can triple that, even 4 times that in games for England, if he can establish himself as a first team striker. Now, he's going to have shirt number 17 this World Cup. So, it's one of those players. He's definitely one of these players that comes on as a sub. If we need someone up front, he's a fantastic little player, and I really rate him. Next one, Callum Wilson, the Toon Man. Another Toon player that's actually in the squad. And this guy is absolutely fantastic, and I really rate him. I think he could do really well if we can get him on the pitch. It'd be absolutely fantastic. He's 31. He's going to wear shirt 24. Now, he made his debut for England in 2018. So basically he was actually 26, 27 when he actually made his debut. but he's actually played 4 games for England, scored once against USA in 2018. Yes, hasn't got a fantastic record with England because he's only played 4 times, but what he's done for Newcastle this season and last season, he deserves to get his caps for England. He deserves to get in that side. He's played 11 times for uh, Newcastle this season. He's actually scored 6 goals. And he's been injured as well this season. So to get that many goals, 11 games, is absolutely fantastic. Love it. Absolutely fantastic. So next one, Harry Kane. Now, I do rate Harry Kane. He's getting older. I don't know how many more years he's going to have left with England, but with his record, 75 games, 51 goals. Absolutely fantastic. And he plays for Spurs, and he's going to be shirt number 9 for the World Cup. Made his debut against Lithuania in a 4-0 win, and he scored his first goal on his debut. 28 games he's played for Spurs this season. He scored 15 times. He's a cracking record. I do rate him, and I think he'll do really well with the World Cup, like he did in the Euros. I think he's an established striker up front, and he just the goals he scores, some of them are unbelievable. It's like when him and Song are together with Tottenham up front, they're absolutely fantastic. So next one, Jack Grealish, overrated player ever. Sorry, I do not like the guy. I think he's overrated. He's actually got shirt number 7. I'm sorry, I don't like him at all. Worst player. He's too big headed. He went to Villa to Man City with a stupid amount of money, and it went up there, right up there. I'm the big man. I'm a £100 million player. Blah blah blah. Yeah, useless. I'm sorry, but he's played 20 times this season, right? Scored once for his team. England record 20 games, 4 games played, 1 goal. He's a forward. I mean, he should be scoring more goals than that. Look at Miggy Almiron this season. He's banging him in. Much better. I don't rate him at all. Foden, I do. I'll go on to Foden in a bit now. But he made his debut against Denmark 0-0 in September 20. Scored against Andorra. The only goal we scored, Andorra, in 9th of 10th, 21. I'm sorry. He might be good putting in a couple of free kicks. He might be good at putting a few corners and good balls from either side of the box, but I don't rate the guy. I think he's a bit of a show off. Right, James Maddison, yeah, absolutely fantastic player. 25. He's got shirt number 25 this season for England to this World Cup. Now he's a striker. He's only played for England once before this World Cup, and that was 14th, 11th, 19. He played against Montenegro in our 7-0 win. He's made 28 games for Leicester this season already across all competitions, and he scored 15 goals. Now that he had to be picked for the England side on that. This player could be becoming a Newcastle player January. Does fantastic. If he doesn't, then all the best to him. I've got nothing against him. I think he's a cracking little player. And let's go. What are we going to go next with? Who's next? We got Marcus Rashford. He's 27. No, he's not. No, he's not 27. Boy, he's 25. He's going to have shirt number 11 for England. He plays for Man United. He's a forward. Now, Played 46 times for England and scored 12 goals. He's a good player. I don't rate him high, but he is a good player. When he's fit, he can play really well. When he's not, he's an absolute disaster. But, he's scored 12 goals in 46 games for England. This season for Man United, he's played 19 times, he's scored 8 goals. That's pretty good, really. No, that's good. Especially where Man United have been playing and where they've had to push their season up because they started the season crap. Now, he made his debut against Australia and he scored against Australia on the same game. When we beat Australia 2-1 back in 2016. So, yeah, he's a good little player, but he needs to be fit to really perform. If he ain't fit, we don't get the best out of him. Now, Phil Foden. Now, I rate this guy absolutely high. Man City plays for. Got shirt number 20. I'm sorry, but I rate him better than that. Played 18 times for England. He scored 2 goals. Made his debut against Iceland, against Iceland, and a 1-0 win. Scored his first goal then against Iceland on the next time we played them in 2020, or in September 2020. Sorry, not September, November 2020. And he scored in a 4-0 win. I just think this guy's really good. He's still young. He's 22. He can get better. And playing at Man City, I'm not being funny, but because he's getting the games, he's going to get better. He's going to get better because he can learn from all those players that are playing around him. And I think he's got plenty of pace and he can score goals from anywhere. I actually rate this guy, and I think hopefully he's going to do really well this World Cup. So what we got next? Raheem Sterling. Yeah, cracking little player. He's played for top side teams like Liverpool. He's played for Man City. He's now at Chelsea. He's 27, so he's still got years ahead of him still to play. He's going to be wearing shirt number 10. 79 games so far he's played for England. 19 goals. His debut against Sweden in a 3-2 win. 14-6-12. Scored his first goal against Lithuania. 27th, 3rd, 15 in a 4-0 win. Now, his club stats this season, 21 games played, 5 goals. Now, yes, not many goals. Good amount of games he's played. Chelsea have got a lot of strike force up front. They've not doing fantastic this season, but they should be doing better than what they are. Because the players they've got in that squad are absolutely unbelievable. This tells me that Raheem's not getting forward enough. He's playing back too much, so he's not getting the goals. He's playing more of a midfield role than a striking role to me. Because he'd get more goals, I think, if he was more up front. So that's our squad for this year. Now, first few games we're going to play. So we're going to play Iran Monday at 1 p.m. in the afternoon in the UK time. Now, we've never played Iran before. Now, they're ranked at the moment 20th in the world. And their highest ranking ever is 15. 15. That's the highest ever ranking in the world. Now, I can't see us not beating them. We should beat them comfortably. 2-3-0, I reckon. We'll just go from there. So, our next game we're playing will be against USA. I think we could establish that game. That, I think, is going to be one of the hardest games out of our 3. Now, we got that game on the 25th of November at 7 o'clock in the night. And we are going to be looking at you know, I think we should win that one. Well, let me get about a 2-0 win out of that one. I think we should do well with the US game. And we, we first played them in 1950. We actually lost to them back down that. Well, I think we lost to them the first every time we played them. But we've actually got a good record against them. We've won 8, we drew 1, we've lost 2. So it's not fantastic that we ever did lose against them, but they did have actually a good side back in the day, back then, when they first sort of started out. And the highest they've ever been is 4th in the rankings, and they're actually ranked 16th at the moment in the rankings. So we should beat them. So then we got Wales. We got Wales on the 29th. It's going to be a 7 o'clock kickoff, which I will be doing a live watch along for that game. So I will be doing other things. I can't do it for the other 2 games, but I will definitely be doing a live watch along for this game on YouTube. Now, Wales, altogether, we've beaten them 68 times. We've drew 21 and we've lost 14. Now, the highest ranking they've had is 8th. They're ranked 19th at the moment, and they were established in 1879. Now, friendlies, we've played them 6 times. We've won 4, lost 2. World Cup, we've beat them 5 times in World Cup matches and drew 1. Now, they used to have what they called Home Nations Championship years ago. Now, we beat them 53 times, we drew 20, and we lost 12 of those games. We beat them 5 times in Euro Cups, and we beat them in a Centenary Cup as well, which was I think 100 years when we first played them, and we beat them in that game. So it was brilliant. Now, as you know, that's absolutely fantastic. But actually, in the British nations, we've actually won 34 of those. 20 I think we shared. And we've, like I said, we've won 1 World Cup. So what I'm going to do is going to get onto some other stats, other bits and pieces around about England. Now, England, we were with FIFA, but we left FIFA before all the World Cup stuff came along. And we had an argument with FIFA over something. I think it was back in 1924 or something, and we left FIFA. What it was over, I don't know. So we didn't really, for the first 3 World Cups, we weren't a member of FIFA, so we never played in the first 3. But since then, we've qualified 16 times. We didn't play in 3 because we didn't qualify for the 74, 78, and 94 World Cups. Now, our first game for England played was against Scotland in 1870, and they won that game. First ever home game loss was 2-0 loss to Ireland in 1949. That's quite a long time to have lost the game. You know what I mean? That's what 18. What's that? 89 or 79 years we went without actually having an home loss. First defeat we ever had was against Hungary. Worst defeat we ever had was against Hungary in 1953. We lost 7-1. Our biggest win was 13-0 against Ireland in 1882. You know, and our most clean sheets we've ever had in a row, I think, was 7 clean sheets. Now, we're looking at players, what we've done so far in this most caps for England. We got Peter Shilton, 125 caps. Massive. And then you've got Wayne Rooney, 120 caps. Beckham on 115. Gerrard on 114. And the old Bobby Moore on 108. That's absolutely fantastic. You know, absolutely. And as keepers, like the most clean sheets. Now, Shilton, 66 in 125 games. Joe Hart, 43 and 75, 50%, 57% clean sheet. Seaman, 40 games in 70, what was it? 75 games. Uh, George Banks, 35 and 73. Clemens, 27 and 61. Chris Woods, 26 and 43 games. 60% game rate of clean sheets. Absolutely fantastic. Um, Paul Robinson, 24 clean sheets in 41 games. That was second best clean sheet. Absolutely fantastic. Unbelievable. Most games in the World Cup. Beckham, 45. Ashley Cole, 39. Gerrard, 39. Shilton, 37. And Rooney, 37. That's absolutely fantastic. Those sorts of things. Right, top scorers so far for England side. Rooney, 53. Kane, 51. Bobby Charlton, 49. Lineker on 48. And Greaves, 44. Greavesy, 44. Absolutely fantastic. A lot of people forget about Greavesy, but he was a cracking little striker for England. Right, most games as a manager was Walter Winterbottom, CBE. 139 games he managed England from 1946 to 1962. And he was also the youngest ever manager, 33-year-old. Our oldest manager was Roy Hodgson, 66 and 9 months. Longest run of winning games, 22 games. Longest unbeaten run, 18th of the 11th, 20 to 29th of the 5th, 2022. Unbelievable. Now, losing run, the longest losing run was from the 7 games, which was 11th of the 5th, 58, the 4th of the 10th, 58. So, literally almost all in the same year. Most consecutive wins was 6 from June 9. Was it? Oh, 6th of June 1908 to the 11th of June 09 was 10 games, was almost consecutive wins. Most games without conceding a goal. 2nd of 6th, 21 to 3rd of the 7th, 21. That was a hell of a good run. There was that we didn't concede a goal between then and there. I think it was something like 7 games or something like that. Best world ranking is 4th. Our ranking at the moment is 5th. So we could be doing a lot better than what we are, a lot better. We can get up those rankings. If we can get as far into the World Cup as possible, we can get higher. We can get a higher ranking if we can this season. Get a highest ranking ever if we can. Get on with that's what we got to think about. We got to go out there and win this World Cup. And I don't know what your thoughts are on it, guys. How good we can actually do it and how well we can do. We should be doing a lot better than what we are. We got a cracking little young side. We've got a few older heads in there for experience. We should be absolutely hammering this World Cup. Now, if we do not get to the semi-finals, then there's a major, major problem. Southgate is an okay manager. I just think after the Euros, he should have gone. I think we should have brought someone else in. It just proves it with our European nations games. Those nations games, it was absolutely terrible. We got demoted to the next league now. So when we got to qualify for the Euros now, it's going to make it such more harder for us to actually get into the Euros now next time. We really got to pull our socks up. But I think hopefully, guys, we can do really well. I don't know what your thoughts are, guys, on how well we're going to do. I just hope our Newcastle players that are in there, Pope, Trippier, and Wilson, are going to do really well. And good luck to our other players that are playing for their national sides, like Ramirez and Shah. From what I've been told and seen, Miggy's come home unfit, so he's not going to be going to be playing in the World Cup, which in a way is good for us because he can join our lads out in Saudi, get out there, get some warm weather training, get him fit, and get him ready for when the World Cup finishes. So that's one less player that we got back in the side that's going to be back. So hopefully then we can have a full fit side when we get back Newcastle. But good luck to all our England players. Hopefully you can bring some silverware back. If you don't, then, it's not the end of the world because we're still a building side. We've got a lot of youngsters in there. But come on, guys, get out there and really try. Put your foot down. Don't get big-headed. Go out, play that first game against Iran. Come back with a comfortable, I reckon 3-0 win would be fantastic. If you can come with a 3-0 win, that starts us off. That gets the confidence going. Go to play USA then. If we can come out of USA with at least a 2-0 win, I know we come up against Wales then. Yes, Wales will be a tough side to beat. There'll be a lot of pride with Wales, with the players. They done really well in the Euros back when they played in France. And I think they can do really well. So we cannot be, I would just say, big-headed. We can't be too confident against Wales. We've really got to bring it to the game to them. We can't sit back and think, oh, we will hit them on the break, whatever. No, because they have a couple of players that can actually get in there and actually score against us. So as long as we keep a tight defence, get that ball forward, and I reckon we could get a win against Wales as well. So we could end up getting 100% win rate in our group. If we can't get 100% win rate in our group, then there's something wrong. But I reckon we can. We've got the confidence there. We've got the players there. So let's get out there, guys, and let's bring it home. And hopefully you can bring it home. It would be great if you can. So it's a point of if we can do it, it'd be great. It's all we got to do, really. It's if we can, let's go and let's get something out of it. So, guys, do me a favour. Share my video, share my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you're not subscribing. Like my other videos, and I will be doing the watch along for the Wales game on the 29th. I can't do the one for the other two games because I haven't got the time for that one because I'm not home and other stuff. I'm going to do this when I've actually got the time. On the other times, it's too difficult to do the games. So, guys, tune in, look at my videos, tune in on for the live on the 29th. Hope to see you here. Thank you very much for listening to the video. As I said, like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time when I do the next video. Thanks, guys. Ta-da.